Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. The action has already started. Into the channel. It's a promising position. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Well, he's hit it long, but astray.
Well, Wayne Rooney's role today will be crucial. We all know of his qualities as a goal scorer, but a lot's going to be expected from his creativity too. It's very rare for a striker to have such wonderful vision.
Yeah, he's a player whose performances always have an influence on the game one way or another.
Yeah, he's going to have to play the role of distributor, ball carrier and link man, and sometimes even track back. But he can do it all. He has an incredible work rate and an insatiable desire for victory.
And Shevchenko!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Borussia Dortmund thwarted in the end. That move lacked any sort of thrust. Conte. Now it's Rooney. Lampard. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
That's really well cleared. Oh, easy pickings there. Looking to play him in. And the shot! He's done it! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Liverpool are in front now, the game's only goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Marmoush is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. And it's Stoichkov. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Van Nistelrooy looking to get on the end of this. It's a pretty loose pass.
Borussia Dortmund are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And they've got rid. Searching pass he's played there. And he gets rid in a hurry. Liverpool have got it back and they'll have another go. And it's made its way to him. Bastoni attempts a clearance.
Rooney really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Batistuta. It's a searching pass. Good read, needed to be.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Van Nistelrooy. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Shevchenko. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Marmoush.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Rijkaard. And Bastoni. Hernandez. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And he's picked it up out wide, and he lines up a cross. Cleared without... He's tried one! Mighty close.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Bellanova. Conte. And it's Rivaldo. Stoichkov. Marmoush. That's a good ball. Played out wide. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Lampard. And it's Lampard. And this is Van Nistelrooy. He's picked his way through. Can he finish? And yes, it's there! And this is getting better and that'll be the final action of the first half. Reflections on the first half?
Borussia Dortmund certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's played through for him. He's onside. He's found Rooney! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. That pass isn't the best. Marmoush. Shevchenko. Oh, it's Batistuta. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Rijkaard. And here's Stoichkov. Liverpool appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Stoichkov. And Stoichkov! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Stoichkov really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
That has been knocked clear. And he's had a hit! And he comes up trumps again.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment.
Corner number 2 then. Looking for options for movement. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Alexander-Arnold. And it's Van Basten. Nicely aimed pass.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Big chance! Oh, he has stuck it into his own net!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Lampard.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Marmoush. And it's Batistuta. Out towards the flank. And this is Batistuta. Batasagi getting this one clear.
Borussia Dortmund really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Van Basten. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And he's there to make the challenge. Wriggles his way through. Shevchenko. Into the last quarter of an hour. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 11, Stoichkov. Coming on the field is number 24, Palmer.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Conte. And that was very necessary. Palmer. Now it's Batistuta. Looking for a runner. Good ball over the top. And he's quick to get it clear again. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Palmer. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Lampard gets it away. Palmer. Played out to the right. Time is running out here.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
No, he's just misjudged that one.
Borussia Dortmund really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Palmer. And this is Batistuta. And it's Van Basten. Now it's Palmer. Van Nistelrooy. No, that's been intercepted. It could be in here. And the shot! It's in! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
After 90 minutes is number 9, Wayne Rooney. Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 22, Omar Mamouche. Coming on to replace him is number 8, Pedri.
Liverpool are making a change now.
Added time.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And that has been clubbed away. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. And that will be the final act. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running, simply... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now, can they get him away? And this is just a goal. Rivaldo! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. And this is Shevchenko. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that...
Shoots! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. He's through, it's one-on-one. Big chance! It's there! More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
So, a breakthrough already. Now it's Rivaldo. Rooney. Oh, super find. And he's on his way! And Bastoni.
Borussia Dortmund really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Stoichkov. That's a cute ball. Good read, needed to be. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Shevchenko is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Marmoush. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's tried one! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Stoichkov usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
Borussia Dortmund are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Conte. That pass isn't the best. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked.
And Marmoush! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Marmoush brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Gives it back. Bastoni. And here's Van Basten. Hernandez picks it up out wide. And that has been knocked clear. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh no! And the finish! He's scored! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that's it. That was always inevitable.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Not too many have the power or indeed the accuracy from this range. Would he dare to have a go?
Yeah, he might have been looking for a gap there, Peter, but he couldn't find it.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise. Forwards duties.
Tries a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they're at it again, in double quick time. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
(3-0) and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Lampard puts his foot on the gas, looking for the run. It's made its way to him. Borussia Dortmund are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Now it's Shevchenko, and he's worked it through, and he's managed to get free. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. Borussia Dortmund have themselves a chance from the spot. Eyeball to eyeball with the goalkeeper. And Julio Cesar somehow saves it.
Oh, once the save was made, the change to both mindsets could be hugely telling now.
There will be a throw-in. Lampard. And it's Conte. Rivaldo. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Shevchenko.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Tries to pass it through. It's played through for him. Bastoni. Rijkaard. Alexander-Arnold. Shevchenko. Now it's Batistuta. There he goes, motoring forward. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Crowd, I'd like to ask you to join me in wishing our birthday boy a very special birthday.
And the second half gets underway.
Borussia Dortmund really have to pick things up here. Their opponents are going to set up to play on the counter-attack now, which means they're going to have to find ways to draw them out more.
It's a pretty loose pass. And that is as far as they're going to go. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Batistuta. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Shot could be on. Looking to play him in. All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. Borussia Dortmund presented with a golden opportunity here. The ball is on the spot. Here we go. And that's one back. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Yeah, as decisive as it comes. Spot chosen, spot hit.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Not the most accurate pass. Stoichkov. Shevchenko.
Borussia Dortmund are still behind, but they've increased their level of interest here.
Shevchenko! And it's in! Just one goal in it now! Game on! The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Borussia Dortmund get themselves back into contention.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And he is going into that little black book. Borussia Dortmund choosing to make the first change.
Frenkie de Jong. Coming on to replace him is number 3, Rudiger.
Liverpool appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
The attendance for this
Well,
match
it's
was
signalling to the opposition that they're
60,179.
setting themselves up for the...
Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Borussia Dortmund present their opponents with the best possible chance here.
Substitution.
To increase the lead. And Cech pulls off a sensational save. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Alexander-Arnold. Now he's off and running. Oh, Red, nice interception. Knocks it into space. It's a promising position. Borussia Dortmund do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Now it's Neymar. And it's Stoichkov. And here's Batistuta. And Dijk deals with that comfortably. Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Quality ball. Great ball if he can get there. He's got away. It's Neymar! Marmoush. Now who's going to be first to this? Now it's Rooney. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Marmoush is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. And now they can clear their lines.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 11,
Rudiger.
Stoichkov. Coming on the field
Borussia
is
Dortmund will
number
have one
24,
further opportunity to make a
Fowler.
substitution after this, their latest change. And this is Batistuta.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Rooney. Borussia Dortmund can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And that's going to be a booking.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 22, Omar Marmoush. Coming on to replace him is number 8, Pedri.
So here comes the substitution. Short changes him with that pass. Rijkaard, and here's Van Basten, played out wide. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Shot at goal! And the lead stays intact, just.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And it's Alexander-Arnold. He's had it taken off him. Van Nistelrooy, a player who needs no introduction. And he cuts out the supply. And he ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Substitutions taking place.
Liverpool making consecutive changes here. Opts for safety. That's really well manoeuvred. Can he get it through? Bastoni promptly onto that, and that is that. Alexander-Arnold.
6
That's
added
Van
minutes has
Basten.
been indicated.
Searching pass he's played there.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Batistuta! No, not the best of headers. Roberto Carlos. And Bastoni. And he can clear it away. And here's Shevchenko. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Look, Peter, what they need now are cool heads and discipline, and instead it looks like they've got a liability in their side.
The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick.
We could be looking at a game-changing moment.
Palmer! And Julio Cesar somehow saves it. Can he get on the end of this? Cross into the box. Cleared away. And that is that. Borussia Dortmund were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. And already we're underway here. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. They're taking a moment to consider their options.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Shevchenko. And here's Van Basten.
Van Basten really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation.
Applies the finish! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Van Basten actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Villanova attempts a clearance. And that is out of play. And he lines up a cross. Shevchenko! Off the post! They scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Liverpool finding themselves unexpectedly behind. No, that's been intercepted. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Rivaldo was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Looking for the run. Rijkaard calmly anticipates. Driving forward. Rooney tries to play it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shoots! He scores! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
After 20 minutes...
Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact...
He's going for goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Van Basten really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Van Nistelrooy, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Oh, it's Van Basten. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Oh, well measured. Rooney, and the shot! And yes, it's there! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Alexander-Arnold. Shevchenko. Marmoush is a player who's always giving defenders... Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing and he had to go with the risk.
Stoichkov is behind this one. And this an opportunity to pull level. Marmoush! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Rijkaard. It's a really well-measured ball. Played in deep. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Now it's Lampard, and he's intervened well there. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Shevchenko is onto this. He's tried one! It's in! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Marmoush. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Rooney. It's played through for him. De Jong gets a foot in here. Alexander-Arnold. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Borussia Dortmund are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far.
Please be made aware that smoking is
Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. And so we're off again.
Borussia Dortmund are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Stoichkov. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. And that's aimed into the middle. And Shevchenko has a shot! Oh, that was venomous! Bartesaghi. And it's Rivaldo. Now it's Rooney. Nicely weighted ball. And that has been clubbed away. Ball is over the line. Batistuta. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He is, and a chance! Oh, what a big... In he goes again! That was probably asking just too much.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Belanova. Now it's Rooney. Bastoni does really well to win the ball there. Liverpool are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, and certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Bastoni has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Aims beyond the defence. Shot at goal!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Played out towards the right wing. And here's Batistuta. Batistuta and Batistuta! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Batistuta is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then. Tries to get it clear. Decent chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Shevchenko. Lampard, the man we've all come to watch. Picked out brilliantly. He's found a way through. Bastoni. Stoichkov! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Borussia Dortmund really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Now it's Rooney. He's had it taken off him. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Now that looks a decent ball. Stoichkov. Rivaldo. Marmoush. Stoichkov. Batistuta providing an outlet on that flank. Van Dijk clears it away. Back in once more. Big header! Oh, should have put that away.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Number 11, Stoichkov. Coming on the field is number 24, Palmer.
Bartesaghi into the last quarter of an hour. There's a sharp little ball here. Oh, good take in a good area.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Knocks it into space. Oh, what a ball! Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Borussia Dortmund have their third corner. Lampard is there, and he can get that. He's gone for goal! And it's hit the woodwork and out, and again! He will be livid with himself. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Van Nistelrooy. And this is Van Nistelrooy. And he's found a way past.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That is good alertness. Great vision. And that could set him on his way. There's the shot! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it!
The goal
Well, Peter,
scorer.
they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Ruud van Nistelrooy. Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 22, Omar Mamouche. Coming on to replace him is number 8, Hadrian.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Liverpool take what looks to be a decisive lead.
There's still a bit left in it,
Added minute
Peter,
has
but
been
they should
indicated.
find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Tries to pass it through. Out of play for a goal kick.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 4, Rijkaard. Coming on the field is number 5, Rodri.
Quality ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Palmer. Can he get it through? Now, can they get him away? Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
They've played it short. Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. And he's there to clear it. Oh, terrible pass. Van Dijk. And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. Borussia Dortmund.